All right, well, we're back again. Kind of crazy to think now that this is really the second last day of the course. It's day 29 of From Job to Calling in 30 Days. And today was what's called Passing Success Onto Others. Now, I'd read one of the featured books for this section, Integrity by Henry Cloud, a few months back in the second quarter of the year, I think, like May, April, May, around that time. And and yeah, I dropped my phone for a bit. Dropped my phone for a second there. And what really stood out to me in that book too is the different areas where integrity and the different aspects of it are really applicable in life and should be applied. So what they talked about in this lesson are the two questions you want to ask yourself with success. It's what did the person accomplish? One, that's usually the easy one to figure out. It's okay. What did they accomplish? Well, let's take Jeff Bezos for example here, or Steve Jobs even. They both built big companies that are now billion-dollar companies. Billion-dollar companies as of September 2018. But that's the first question: is what did they accomplish? Well, that's one big thing they accomplished is what the worth of the company. And then how do they deal with people? Question two. And that's kind of a more difficult one, but it's usually a ripple effect. Usually able to see, the company culture. The CEO, for example, how do they deal with people? Well, the people directly reporting to the CEO, how do they act? How do they do things? What is their environment like that they create for others? Because a lot of the times it feeds off of the chain of command. A lot of people say the best way to change a company's culture is to start at the top. Right. The only thing with that I don't exactly agree with is there needs to be another step too. You want to start with the top, yes. You want to help them be better, have a better foundational character, and be more of a person of integrity. But the second part of that is you want to educate everyone else in the company. So that as the top level person is changing and becoming better, everyone else beneath them, they understand what's happening, and they can also implement those changes easily. They don't really need to think about it too much. So back to this section, we gave the example of two different teachers. One teacher got good grades for the students, but didn't really treat the students very well. They didn't really care about anything. They just wanted to get high test scores, and that's cool. Second teacher, test scores were a little bit lower, but that person really invested into the students during extracurricular things that didn't directly relate to the grades. They were still invested in those students. They were still watching over everybody, and that's one big thing too. Is how did you deal with people? But people it's all people too. What book was I just reading that was talking about that? Oh, The Accidental President, talking about Harry Truman. When he was elected in the White House as vice president to FDR, and then FDR passed, and Truman was sworn in. He would say hi to everyone. He'd shake hands with everyone. Say hi to the janitor at the White House, and the person's like, oh, the president's talking to me. They don't always expect that, but it comes back to what did they accomplish? What did he accomplish in office? I mean, quite a few things, but then how did he deal with people? And you can see the people that, if we're talking about Harry Truman, for example, he might have been one of the most honest presidents we've ever had in the United States. Back in the early 40s here. So that's just something to really ponder on as this course is coming to a close. I like the way it's wrapping up and really bringing it back kind of full circle. It's all right. We've equipped with all the different things, with all different pieces in the course. Have all these little things. You learn how to do teamwork, more goal setting, and who you are, and different things like that, how to be healthy. But then it's putting it together. It's okay, once you've put those things together and you've actually made big progress and become successful, however you might define that, what's next? How do you ensure sustainable success? And how do you ensure that the people around you are also experiencing some of that success? So that's really the big thing is those two questions that really stuck with me. It's something that I've kind of been focusing on lately too. Been focusing on a lot of things, but it's one of the things too. It's let me call people up to their potential. You know, what did I accomplish? Well, let's take the Office of Career Development for example. Well, last year they said I was the Career Peer of the Year. That's the title that we have in there. Help undergraduate students with resumes, mock interviews, cover letters, whatever it might be. You know, I've gotten pretty good at that. Definitely, I'm great at writing a resume now. I can do that in my sleep, no problem. Anybody, any type of person it is, I can write a resume for them, and it'll be great. But you know, being Career Peer of the Year, I'm not the type of person. I don't need that recognition. I already knew what I accomplished. So it's how did I treat people? We had one of our last meetings, and they said, "Wow, congratulations for Career Peer of the Year." And okay, thanks, but you know, thank you for doing this, and thank you for doing this, and you were really amazing at this, and I'm so glad you were able to do this. And it's calling other people up to their potential and calling other people up to what they are, more than just taking credit. It's how do you treat people? So that's one of the things that I've been focusing on. Is treating people in a way where they feel recognized because they should be. Because no matter who it is, everyone achieves some level of success every day. Right? Now, the thing is, society loves to compare one person's successes with someone else's. But the proper way to compare success is I compare my success with myself. And you should compare your success with yourself. Okay, this is what you're doing now. What were you doing 3 months ago? Where were you at 6 months ago? Where were you at 6 years ago? How have you grown? How have you improved? How have you become successful? More successful, right? So back to the two questions, I'll leave it at that. What did you accomplish? And how did you treat people? Because what you accomplished might fade away. But how you dealt with people, that's going to last a lifetime. You treat someone poorly, they might be resentful for the rest of their life. But you never know, right? You never know how people are going to respond to something you say. So that's why it's important to be positive, to speak with love, all those little things. And it's important to share success and recognition, which is a very, very mature thing to do. Something that many people have a difficulty with, no matter what age. There are 80-year-olds who have trouble sharing success. But that's just one of the ways it is. So I'll be finishing up the course tomorrow. You can see the video posted here. And then I'll be excited to move on to the next series after we create that as well. And we'll leave it at that for now. Only blessings.